Okay, so just got out of the theaters from seeing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Gonna break it down, give you my thoughts and review on the movie. If you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up and subscribe on. It helps out a lot. Also, if you guys can jump over to my RSG Plays Gaming channel, the link will be in the description box below, as well as a pinned comment in the comment section, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. We got to talk about this, okay? This is one of the most popular movies, that people wanted to see this year, other than Spider-Man No Way Home. So Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness didn't live up to the expectations that everybody has set for this movie, and my answer to that is absolutely not. I do not think this movie lives up to everybody's expectations, but before I get into all of that, let me just say that I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Like, I absolutely just loved this movie. But with that said, I think this is going to run into the trap of people going in with so much expectations that the movie isn't going to meet everybody's expectations. And what I mean by that, I'm going to get into some spoilers here, but this isn't going to be a full-on discussion. I'm going to get on a full-on discussion tomorrow. So if you guys haven't seen the movie yet, let me just tell you this, without spoiling. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I was entertained. I thought it did some really fantastic things. But if you're going in with expectations of everybody and their mother showing up in this movie as a cameo and appearance, you're not going to get that in the movie. But I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, and I really, really liked it a lot. Now let's get into some of the spoiler stuff. A lot of people were going into this movie expecting to see Tom Cruise as Iron Man, expecting to see Nick Cage as Ghost Rider, expecting to see like everybody from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., getting ready to see like Ben Affleck's Daredevil, and like they were expecting everything under the moon, even Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, because Sam Raimi's directing it. And I said several times that people need to hold back their expectations and let the movie tell the story, because you're going to go in with these expectations, and if it doesn't happen, it's going to affect the way you think about the movie. I said the same thing with Spider-Man No Way Home. It's okay to go see this movie hoping you're going to see Tobey and Andrew, but just go in with the expectations that they might not be there. Judge the movie on its own merits. And that's sort of what happened with Multiverse of Madness here. Whereas we didn't get all those crazy cameos. There was a scene with the Illuminati, and it was fucking epic. It was great. Everything from Black Bolt to Reed Richards to Professor X coming out in his 92 X-Men cartoon animated wheelchair. Like, it was amazing. Danny Elfman played the X-Men theme from the 92 cartoon. Like, it was great. It was absolutely great. But that was all we really got in terms of these massive cameos. We got the Illuminati. We got Reed Richards. We got Rambo as Captain Marvel. We got, Black Bolt. We got Captain Britain, American, Peggy Carter, whatever. We got all that. We got Professor X. That was the cameo, like in that scene. That wasn't what the movie was about. And people were making this thing be so extensive where like everybody that was ever in a Marvel movie, whether it's connected or not, is now part of this. And I kept telling people that's not what this movie is going to be. You got to check your expectations, because that's what you expect. You're not going to be able to enjoy this movie. That movie would be like 4 hours long if they tried to shoehorn everything in there. And I am happy that they were able to tell this movie without trying to shoehorn all these cameos and stuff. Like, instead of them trying to shoehorn Hugh Jackman in there, or Ben Affleck, or all these other characters from Marvel's history, instead of them trying to shoehorn that shit in there, it's like, we're going to tell this story about Scarlet Witch that takes place right after WandaVision. Scarlet Witch has lost her damn shit. She has went straight evil. Like, she is the antagonist. Doctor Strange is the protagonist, and it's them battling through the multiverse to try to stop Scarlet Witch. That's what this movie was about. It wasn't about throwing cameos, nods, or winks to any of the other movies. They had that with the Illuminati. The Illuminati served its purpose. It was an epic scene. It was great. And people, every time there's a new Marvel movie, the thing they ask is, well, are we going to get all crazy with this multiverse and add all this stuff in here? When's the X-Men going to show up? Is this how the X-Men's going to get created? And you guys are so full of all these expectations that you're not allowing Kevin Feige, the directors and the scriptwriters, to tell the story that they want to tell. They already have these phases mapped out. They're going to go throughout these phases the way they see fit to go throughout these phases. And they're not going to say, like when they purchased Fox, they said, you're not going to see the X-Men for a long time. And people are like, yeah, okay. And they're not, because he already had everything mapped out. He's not going to do something like Warner Brothers and DC does, where they try to throw everything in the kitchen sink up at the wall and then wonder why their franchises fail. Doctor Strange 2 was an extremely entertaining and very fulfilling movie on its own merits. Like, it had so much horror elements into it. Sam Raimi really brought that horror element to the movie, but yet dialed it back some to where it wasn't so frightening for people. Like, Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, to me, like, stole the movie. You had America Chavez, who was going through the multiverse, different versions of Doctor Strange. Like, so many great things that happened in this movie. I don't want to see a group of people just automatically go, well, it didn't have Tobey Maguire in this, I don't like it. That's not what the movie was. That was never what the movie promoted. They were very straightforward. They're like, hey, it's Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, Multiverse. Like, it's going to tie into WandaVision. It's going to tie into the What If TV show, and it's going to be the next chapter in this phase. And that's what they sold it as, and that's what it was. So there's going to be a lot of people out there that's going to have their arms crossed, all upset, going, well, I wanted the multiverse, secret wars, blah, 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 blah. They didn't have Mephisto, blah, 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 blah. And it's the same thing with WandaVision. Everybody put up their expectations on Mephisto showing up and all this stuff showing up. And when the final episode didn't happen, they weren't enjoying the series because what they wanted to happen didn't happen. They weren't allowing the directors and creators to tell their story. WandaVision was a story of Wanda becoming Scarlet Witch. And why was that story important? Well, because of this damn movie. You look at this movie and you're like, well, that's why WandaVision was so important. That's why WandaVision existed. It didn't exist to bring Mephisto into the universe. This does not exist to bring in Tobey Maguire into this universe. We had that. Spider-Man No Way Home. Right? We have all those different elements. We know the multiverse exists and that all those properties exist in the multiverse. Doesn't mean we have to have them shoehorned in this movie for this purpose. I knew as soon as I seen the runtime of being 2 hours and 7 minutes, there was no way in monkey hell they were going to be able to add all that stuff that people wanted to see in this movie into this film, because it's an impossible task. Tom Cruise as Iron Man, Nick Cage as Ghost Rider, all this stuff sounds great, but that is stuff that we as fans made up to be in the movie. No one told us that's what we were going to see. No one said Ed Norton was going to come back as the Hulk or Eric Bana and all. Like, this was stuff that us as fans conceived in our brains. And I just hope, I don't know how the temperature is around the internet right now, because I've been avoiding reviews since Wednesday. Like, I knew I wasn't going to get to see this movie till today. I've been avoiding reviews, but I don't want people to give this movie a negative review because of those expectations. Hopefully people saw this movie, judged the movie, and reviewed the movie on its own merit and not what they expected. That is my thoughts on Multiverse of Madness, guys. I want to know what you guys think. Be nice. Be kind. Leave your comments in the comment box below. If you guys can jump over to my gaming channel, help me get to 1,000 subscribers, I would fucking appreciate it, because it's a real hard job trying to get that thing up to 1,000. Again, I'll have the link in the description as well as a pinned comment in the comment section. So thank you guys for watching. Multiverse of Madness. Have you seen it? Let me know below. Until next time, I'm Robert Storms. That's my opinion.